Hey everybody, welcome back to another special edition unboxing, and you know what this is. You know it's exciting time. We are finally here to check out the Xbox Series X, and we do have the disc version, of course, because you know I love my physical media, especially with these drives not being all that huge. I want to save some space, hopefully, for the discs. Lots of stories to tell you as we get into this. I did originally catch a pre-order on Best Buy to get one picked up on launch day. I went through a whole struggle. I totally missed the email about getting your account ready, and I did not have the money in my account when they charged, and then we'll give you 24 hours to fix that email went into my spam, so that order got canceled. But then on actual launch day, GameStop had a few bundles. I know. So we have a lot of cool stuff to check out here because I did end up getting the bundle. I've also picked up this mobile gaming clip because I really want to try out the Game Pass stuff. My bundle also included these headphones, which we'll probably be checking out, and I'll tell you more about that as we get into it. And then it also included an extra controller. It was a black one. I'll tell you about that in a second. And I had already pre-ordered this from Best Buy. And then it also came with a couple of games. It did come with Valhalla, which I had also pre-ordered for Best Buy, so I went and exchanged it for Call of Duty. The bundle actually came with Gears Tactics, which is on Game Pass, but this is a physical copy, so I'm happy about that. And then I went ahead and picked up Yakuza Like a Dragon Day 1 edition for that sweet, sweet steelbook goodness. We're gonna open all these things in this unboxing. We're also gonna take a little look at how we set one of these up. So let's jump in here and check it out. Another fun story to tell you real quick as we try and look around this box, because again, this is a big boy. These kind of unboxings can be tricky. Something that's very, very strange to me, and before I tell you that, I guess I should show you this and let you know that I will have mine registered, so I'm not worried about the serial numbers. But as of now, I have this, right? I have this whole bundle. And for whatever reason, GameStop, after they shipped this, put the whole amount of money back into my account, and it's still in there. Now, I assume they're gonna charge me. And if I was a less scrupulous person, I would like cancel out that card and just get all this for free. But I believe in fairness, I believe in karma, so I'm gonna make sure they get their money. But I just think that's really crazy that I actually have all this stuff already, and they had taken all the money out of my account, and they put it all back in. So I don't know. I know they don't love me that much. I ain't that famous a YouTuber. So there you go. That is your way around the box. I have seen a few people open this, and I'm very excited about it. The other fun thing, GameStop never really sent me tracking until like the day before this showed up. I actually heard from FedEx that they were gonna need a signature before I got my GameStop tracking. So that's pretty interesting. As you saw as we went around, we have 4 tabs to pull, so I don't even think you need a knife or scissors to get in here. Although that one seems a little bit more, and I hope it doesn't take up the paint on the box because I do like saving my boxes, and it totally did take up some paint on the box. That doesn't come off as easy as it should, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna slit it because I don't want it chipping the paint off. So I do think that's kind of crappy. These things should just come right off. Okay, let's get that one. And again, you gotta bear with me because this is, you know, so big, cutting down the front ones. So there are 4, it seems. Yep, just 4. I'm gonna set this back down for the big reveal because apparently this is packaged really nicely. So now we got that. We just slide this up and over, and ooh, there it is. Power your dreams. Much easier packaging than PlayStation. So then, of course, here's where you have all your accessories coming in. We have our power cable, AC power. We have our HDMI, ultra high speed. So I guess it's what, like the 2.1 or whatever they're talking about that can handle the 8K. We have an instruction booklet. We'll go through that, of course. We have the controller, which I should have grabbed another controller. We'll get to that. I just want to compare it against the original. I know it's not much difference. Got a little bit of foam in there to hold that in there. And just fold that back down in. Oh man. Then I guess we grab from here. Yep, you can get your fingers under it. I'm trying to leave the styrofoam in there. I don't really know which way is the top and which way is the bottom, so we'll kind of just set it to the side. Oh, and we got a whole thing here. Tells you how to set it up, basically, getting started and whatnot. We'll take a better look at that in just a minute. Nothing really going on inside the box. There's no like, hello, welcome to your gaming dreams or anything on the inside. That's fine. I do still think this is one of the best packaged consoles I've ever seen. That's really nice. You can get in there that easy. And there you go. Now we got the box to save. We're gonna kick that off to the side. And first things first, let's take a little look at this. So we got our getting started. It shows you what all the slots are and what they do. Does not tell you if those are USB 3.0s, 3.1s, or whatnot, but I assume they're like 3.1s. No USB-C on here. And of course, you know, you turn it on, you power it up, blah, 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 blah. And get the Xbox app. I got that earlier. I made sure to log in and get ready. So it'll help setting up the console. Of course, you put the batteries in, you hit the pair buttons on the control, and it's pretty much that easy, apparently, to get started. We will walk through that and see. Before we get to the really fun stuff here, let's try and do all of this. And I'll leave it just long enough you can pause if you actually do want to read all this. Not everybody does, but a few people out there, they like to see every single detail. So I like to oblige. So, you know, we'll kind of go through this. And if it does multiple languages, we'll stop after English. Because, I mean, you know, I don't speak other languages. I wish I did. I mean, Estoy tratando de aprender español. That is a line I learned 3 years ago, and I haven't learned any more Spanish since. All right, we're in a different language, but that gives you an idea of all that. I don't want to spend too long on the boring stuff. You've already seen the cables, but just in case you want to see it again. Let's look at the actual Xbox. So I guess we're just going to, nothing really on here. And it's got a little pull tab, nice. I see. All right, we're gonna get that out of the way. And let's see, we got some tape back here. So let's cut through that tape. Yeah, or tear through it, or just peel it off. Don't actually need to cut it. Oh man. Oh boy. Some more tape on the bottom, so there's probably a piece of tape up top as well. But I don't know that we need to worry about it. Oh. I guess that's the side you would set it down on if you're gonna set it on the side, but I'm going tower mode this generation. Oh, that is gorgeous. Also much more manageable than the PlayStation 5. Don't get me wrong, I love the PlayStation 5, but much more manageable. Stand is already installed. We don't have to do any of that. You got your pairing button. You got your eject button. I assume that's a power button up there is the Xbox button. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Oh yeah, there's the storage expansion slot, which Best Buy has plenty of, but I don't have plenty of money to get it. Also, it looks like this is way easier if you do want to just go side mode. I think you can just turn it over. I didn't see anything about the stand needing to go on its side. And since all the airflow moves up and down, you can get that out of there. But for space reasons, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave it on its side. You can see on my Patreon vlog, I'm doing a Patreon vlog about my PlayStation, and the week after there'll be one about this. So you can see how I have it set up in my office physically, if you're interested in that. You can join my Patreon. It's literally at $1 a month. You can always give more, but for $1 a month, you get an extra video every single day. We're playing Miles Morales all the way through over there. We're gonna play Call of Duty all the way over there, story mode. And you know, more stuff on this in the future. Ooh. I honestly didn't think this was gonna be that different, and it's not terribly different, and we do get a couple of Duracell in here, but it immediately feels a little bit different. There's definitely more grippiness in here. Ooh, that D-pad feels a little nicer. Now I know, Elite controller. I will go Elite controller eventually. Oh yeah, all the texture on the triggers. You can kind of see that. You got your pairing button, charging cable. I do need to figure out a charging stand for this because I really do love just dropping it onto a charger. I don't know, this looks more like a headset thing, and of course you can plug in your headset. I don't think it's gonna fit in like the last generations did, where they have like the dock charger kind of things. I really like those, but it is what it is. That feels really good. We will compare to a Xbox One controller here in a minute, but I just kind of wanted to get through all of that. So of course, you know what? Again, in the interest of being thorough, we'll take out the batteries. That is also, you know what? I was like, I don't see a charging cable as I'm opening batteries for it. It's late, but it ain't that late. All right, so we got minus and plus, so, you know, I think if you've dealt with batteries, you know how this works. They just click right in, and boo, yakasha. However, we got pairing buttons. I don't need a sync cable, so. All right, so that is the initial part of what we're doing. So at this point, I'm gonna cut to the setup, so we show you how, we'll hopefully walk you through how you actually settle this up and any little tips and tricks I may have picked up. I'm not at all an expert. There are going to be people out there that know a lot more about this than I do, like a Spawn Wave or maybe a Dreamcast guy or a Epic Vox, if that's how you say it. I feel like I should know him. He's a fellow Kentuckian. But this is great. This feels good. This looks good. I'm excited to check it out. So we're going to do that, and then I'll come back and I'll open up like the headphones and the controllers and all that stuff. I'm going to do it right now, but we'll put all the other stuff in the middle. So enjoy the setup. Okay, so first things first, I know that it's crappy webcam blown up right now. And hopefully we can get the screen capture. I do have a phone rolling too, just in case. But first we need to actually sync this up. So again, super easy. You're gonna push this, actually, do I need to turn it on first? That might, hold on. Let's see, after setup. Okay, so that's after setup, what? Oh, okay, connect power cord, HDMI, press the Xbox button on the front of the console to turn on. There it goes, and you can at least see on the phone. Oh, come on, really? Really, TV? I had the TV on for a minute, and now it wants to auto power off. There we go. Whoa, that's loud. Oh, good, it's coming through the capture. Let me get that volume. Jesus. There we go. Well, I guess then I can stop the cell phone camera, and I can get my face out of the way here, unless otherwise needed. So, all right, once we have the Xbox screen, what happens next? Connect the power, press Xbox in the front. Okay, we did that. Next two, download the app. I've got the app. Tap setup to setup console. There we go. That's happening. So I don't know if I'll blur that out or not, but let's jump into the app. So just open up the Xbox app. So I've got my screen. It's loading. Xbox logo on my cell phone screen. Doot, 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 doot. I guess actually, let me turn the webcam back on while I'm doing this, give you a little something sexy to look at. All right, so I guess I go under, see now, it's not popping up immediately like it did when I first got in here. So let me find where it is so I can tell you. That's linked accounts, accessibility, that's library with captures. There's a little button up here. Okay, so on the phone, at the top here, there's like it looks like a console that's broadcasting Wi-Fi out of the top and out of the bottom, at least on an Android. So that's the phone. That's the button I want to hit if it doesn't immediately bring up setting up a console. So because I already did the app and logged in earlier today. So now I'm going to click Get Started because it says I haven't set one up yet. So now I have the set up a new console or add an existing console, but we're setting up a new console, so that's what we want to hit. And it asks for the 8 digits that's on the screen. So you tap on the first square. It automatically moves the cursor and makes them caps for you. And all right, then you click Connect to Console. Connecting to your console to continue. Allow access to location services. I'm going to go only while using the app. Actually, I probably should have said all the time for this one. I don't know. I'm sure you can always change those permissions later. Connecting to your console. Oh, and by the way, I did, because I saw some people saying something about it needs to be connected to the internet from the start. Just to be safe, I plugged in a LAN cable. I'm plugged directly into my modem. Well, into a hub into my modem. But yeah, connected with your console. So you click Next. Confirm your language and location. I am English, United States. Yep, that is good. Oh, it was already there. I didn't need to choose them. It has it all figured out. All right, next. Let's update. The console needs a 775 megabyte update, which will download it over its connected network. This will take a few minutes, but it's worth it. Yeah, so I may cut and come back, but it should go pretty fast on a LAN especially. Oh, it's already like 15%. Yeah, we're already at 655. So that's a little bit smaller than the PlayStation update. Now, I don't like games not being sold complete and ready to go. I do have issue with that. Like, just put the game out later. With a console, I totally understand day one updates. They're working it all the time. There's no way to have caught the millions, the tons of bugs they may not notice until millions of people are playing it. So I don't begrudge a console day one setup. We're already into the verifying stage. It's already downloaded. But I do recommend that just before you power it on the first time, if you can hook up with a LAN cable directly to your modem or even directly to your Wi-Fi, but probably better if you can go to your modem, it's probably going to make things faster, smoother, and easier. Now it wants to choose a power mode over here. Energy saving, lowest power consumption, environmentally friendlier, or instant on, fastest startup, play, install, and manage console games from your mobile device. I like that. I love that convenience. I know it's a little bit more power, and I hate my power bill. Our power bill is very expensive here, especially in the summer, but because I run all this gear. But all right, so I'm going instant on. I'm choosing next. The next one is sign in and security preferences. You get No barriers on this Xbox. People can sign you in, see your data on web pages that you use your Microsoft account, change your settings, and buy things without extra steps. Second choice is ask for my passkey. Well, ask for your passkey before you sign in, buy things, or change your settings. That sounds like what I want. Or lock it down. You'll need to authorize signing in, buying things, and changing settings by using your Microsoft account. That's not for me. So I'm going in the middle. And yeah, I guess you are watching the screen, so you know what's happening over there. So I'm going to ask for my passkey. Next. Automatic up, except what is my passkey? Do I get to set up a passkey? I don't know. The console is restarting or something right now. Automatic updates. Keep my games and apps up to date. Yes, I like that. Turn on remote features. There's not really an option here, it looks like. When remote features are turned on, your phone can communicate with your console anytime you want. It says install new games remotely to your console. Use Xbox Remote Play to play your console games on your phone. Yes, turn on and control your console. Yep, we're turning that on. Next, let's get you signed in with an Xbox profile. I already have one of those, and luckily I remembered my logins earlier today, and I'm already logged in, so it did not ask me to log in, but I'm assuming it'll ask you to if they're first time using this. Then you get your how you use your data thing. They're just going to tell you how they use your data. It's 2020, man. There's no such thing as privacy anymore. I ain't got nothing to hide, so I ain't too worried about it. Then next screen is help make your Xbox experience better. So that's essentially sending back data reports and stuff. Oh, I didn't mean to hit no thanks. Oh, well, whatever. And then the next screen is when we share data with publishers. I'm going to click next. All right, now give your console a name. You can create your own or you can choose things. Let's go with Office Xbox. Whoops, I almost did one. Series X. I know, totally original, right? But eventually I'm probably going to have more of these, so I want it to be labeled as what room it's in. Oh, it's time to update already. All right, so I'm going to click next now that I typed that in. I don't know that it took it. Okay, there we go. Oh, I don't think I skipped a step. I may have skipped a step. Uh-oh. All right, want to keep in touch? Xbox info and offers? Sure. Publisher info and offers? Sure. I can go to spam. It's fine. Actually, I think it does because this is an email I only use for my Xbox. All right, so I hit next, and next it says copy your settings. If you want, you can select a console to copy your settings from. It can do it for my Xbox One. I'm not worried about that. Like I said, I'm still going to use my Xbox One on occasion, probably. I don't really have much set up on there anyways, so. All right, copy settings or start fresh. I'm going start fresh, almost like it's Subway. All done. Explore the app while your console updates. Discover and install new games to your console. Chat and play with your Xbox friends. Watch and share game clips with your friends. All right, so I'm Xing out of that. All right, so there we go. Welcome, Legend of Zeppo. All right, so it wants me to, interesting. Press and hold to turn on your controller. Okay, we've done that. And click the A button. Let's update your controller. So it must have already synced. I guess this is paired. I do want to pair the blue one. We'll get to that later. We're going to update that controller. And let's see how long of an update. I guess I can take my face off now because now we're looking at stuff. As Mike had a comment for me. All right, so we have the update applying. What's going to be next? Let me just kind of get ahead of things here. So we've done all that. And next it's going to talk about, oh yeah, after setup. So we've already done the console or the controller thing. We don't have to hit the sync buttons on the one that was included, but it's real easy to sync an Xbox controller if you get extra ones. If you've ever done it in the past, you know how easy it is. So once we get all this updated, we'll take a little bit of a look around the interface. I think it's the same as it. I think they changed it on all the systems. It's not like PlayStation 5 where it's a whole new interface specific to that console. I mean, this is a newer interface on the Xbox, but I think it's just the same as it is on the Xbox One because they updated it. And I will say, at least last generation, with the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, I found the user interface of the PlayStation way more to my liking. I still don't love the Xbox interface. It may just be because I got to get used to it, but I don't find things are as intuitive to find. It's, it's kind of all over the place. Sometimes things are very buried. I can't get a look at every single game I own so far. Again, haven't played around with it enough. Maybe there is a setting I've just missed. I mean, like there's all games you own, but then it doesn't show me the games with gold licenses I have and stuff. So, so there's that. But we're almost done. It almost feels like it's taking longer to apply the update to the controller than the actual console. I don't think that's true, but it feels like it. It feels like it because I'm sitting here with nothing to do, really. So I'm looking at the app now, and it's cool. It's like jump back in on your Blair Witch. There's also an app for Game Pass, which is probably what you need if you're going to play your games mobily. So you're going to want both of those apps. And I don't know if it works on iOS. I guess I could try that. I guess I'll try it and I'll tell you in my Patreon vlog. My Patreon vlog is going to be a little bit more in depth. It's not a full-on, you're getting more information here in this video, but my Patreon blog will have some bonus information because I'll continue videoing or filming some stuff for that over the next few days. So as I learn more things about the Xbox, I will include that in there too. So if you do want to check that out, $1 a month. I know I say it too much, but I love what we're doing on Patreon. I'm playing so many games over there. I love doing the vlog once a week again, although it's more specific to whatever that episode is about. Getting movie reviews in there. It's a good time. And the applying update is 100%. So of course now we got to keep waiting because, you know, that's how updates go. And there we go, updated. All right, next. A. And I hate that it shows that email. So I need to try and remember. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the video and restart it. And that way I'll know it's right at the end there. I need to hide my email. Okay. Because again, it is an email that I use only for the Xbox, but you know, I mean, there is some personal data. Again, there's no such thing as privacy. If people really want to find my emails, they can, but you don't want to make it that easy for people. All right, so let's go. I don't like saying that, but Miles Morales made me start saying it. You're all done setting up your Xbox. Time to play. Take me home to the place where I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Yeah, all right. So this is very interesting. It is exactly the same user interface that I am used to. And it keeps showing my email up there. I'm gonna have to blur out that corner. It even has my Xbox One day one background there. It's kind of a shame. I don't think we got anything like that for this. Or maybe I just don't get it because technically I didn't do this on day one, but so many people who should have had day one didn't get day one. So I don't know, how do we feel about that? But we have quick tips. You know, we'll look at a little bit of this, maybe. I don't know how much we actually need to. So welcome to Xbox. Legend of Zeppo, by the way, is my name on here, and PlayStation. Feel free to add me. I add pretty much everybody. I don't play a lot of online though, so, you know, I like single player story games particularly, but we'll see. Some days I'll get up there. Updated and expanded mobile apps and blah, 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 blah. All right, you've read it. So let's see about mobile apps. This is where I'm a little curious. Mobile apps. Now you can easily set up your console, connect with friends, and do all that stuff. So yeah, there's a family settings app. I don't need that. Xbox app on mobile, I have. Xbox Game Pass app for mobile, I have. Friends. All right, I've got plenty of friends on here. Cloud gaming. Now this I'm very curious about. Cloud gaming with Xbox Game Pass, excuse me. Discover cloud gaming on Xbox using the Xbox Game Pass app on your mobile device. Connect your controller to your Android device. Oh, God. Excuse me. And play games from the cloud using your Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Okay, well, I mean, I knew that. So yeah, it is on the Game Pass app. All right, so I got to do a Bluetooth connection to the phone, which is real easy to do, and the app will walk you through that. Essentially, you put a controller into pairing mode by pushing the sync button, and then you go in your Bluetooth on your phone and look under Discover. It should show up. You should click it. That's probably about it. I haven't done it yet, but that's usually how that goes. Pretty simple. Capture and share. Okay, you know, that's kind of fun. And community and Xbox Assist. So that gives you some of that idea. Lots of good stuff on Game Pass right now. So, you know, obviously I have Game Pass, so I'm going to get into it. I'm real excited to see what Jedi Fallen Order looks like on this new thing, but yeah. Okay. So, you know, I mean, if you have an Xbox One, you know what the interface looks like. It's nothing spiffy. You know, even the 4K, because I've been playing on 4K, so totally fine. And that's pretty much that. So this was actually real easy. I feel like this was actually an easier setup than PlayStation, but that also might be because it used the app to do everything and just kind of had all that information already saved. So, all right. Well, there you go. I guess we should jump back to the unboxing. I think that's probably good enough, right? Okay, sounds good to me. Again, if you want to see some gameplay, I don't know if I'm going to put it on this channel, but there's definitely going to be some on my Patreon. I just throw that out there. If A+ day one launch title had come out for this, I would definitely, like Miles Morales, be putting some out. But I'm debating right now, I might put my first 2 hours of Call of Duty out over here and then the rest of it on Patreon. I don't know. You'll see. If I do, it would probably be Monday when I put out the first hour. That makes sense. And then I put a second one Wednesday, and then Friday you'd find part 3 on Patreon, and then Sunday you'd find part 4, and then every weekend there'd be 2 more until I'm done with the story. But there you go. That's how all that works. We got a lot more cool stuff to look at though in the unboxing. So I'm going to let y'all get back to that, and I'm going to get to playing some games after actually editing all this stuff. Okay, enjoy. Actually, sorry, one more thing I want to throw out here that I should have mentioned, and I just noticed, so I thought to mention it while I could still record, is, again, one thing they do seem to have over the PlayStation, depending. It might be because of certain PlayStation features, so it might be a which one do you prefer situation, but you'll notice the terabyte on this actually has 800 gigabytes free, versus the 667 of PlayStation 5. So if that's the bigger draw than the things you get on PlayStation, there you go. Again, not an expert. There's probably more to that than I can bring to you right now, but I thought that was definitely worth showing up. And again, it already has, it doesn't have anything downloaded of any of my new stuff, but it shows like all the games I've bought, and played and all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, all the games I've got I got licenses from Games with Gold for over time. I'm bad about keeping up with those. And then, of course, you got all the Game Pass games right there. You can see the EA Play games, all owned apps. But I do wish, since it's full library, it would be nice if there was literally one where it's like, when I click on all owned game, it includes all the Games with Gold and all that stuff, anything I actually own, so I could see that all on one page, but I can't, and that kind of bums me out. But there you go. That gives you that idea. All right, now, for real, back to this long unboxing. All right, so just real quick before we start opening the other things, here is my original Xbox One controller. As you can see, I was an early adopter. And, this feels good. It's a good shaped controller, smooth, plasticky, but I like the grip on here. I could be wrong, but I feel like if you're getting sweaty palms, it's gonna be less problematic here. I also like how each trigger has a different texture. I mean, not side to side, but these feel different. Those are more smooth, not quite as glossy as that. So you can definitely just quickly, even if you couldn't feel by shape, you can certainly feel by texture. They seem to weigh about the same. This original one might be slightly heavier. I've been playing on a different controller. I just saved this because I don't want to ruin it. But it is interesting. The original launch had the colorful buttons like this, but you can see there's definitely a difference. So looks like the bottom is pretty much the same, except it looks like you can plug directly headphones in now if you don't want to use an adapter. Up here is pretty much exactly the same in terms of function. That's pretty much the same in terms of function. But yeah, I really like the grip more on the new controller. So I'm anxious to check that out. All right, but let's start checking out some other things. Let's see. Headphones is probably last, so you might want to skip ahead. Mobile gaming clip before that. Let's check out the games, I guess. I mean, there's not really gonna be anything in these, so I'm not actually gonna open them. Let's just kind of check out the covers real quick. You can kind of get a look at what some of these look like. I mean, obviously, you might be able to go out to a store, although if you don't have a real reason to go out right now, as the winter months are settling in, you really shouldn't be going out right now. Let's get real. Things just, I'm just saying, flu and all kinds of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying just one thing. Oh, and I do have a story I need to tell you about this real quick, so we'll come back to that. Valhalla, I've never played an Assassin's Creed, but I think this is gonna be fun. One thing, I love story mode. I'm not really a multiplayer kind of guy. I can do a little here or there, but I love good stories, but I also love shorter stories. So I'm kind of actually almost dreading a game like this, which even if you're not 100%ing, you're looking at like 60 to 80 hours. I'm like, oh my God, like 20 is too much, 20 is about my limit. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't know that I'll ever play these on my channel because I'm not gonna do another 60-part game like I did with Dragon Ball Z Kaira. This game apparently just looks bonkers. I haven't played any of the Yakuza games, but I really wanted to check that out. And this was like the last day one they had, and I'm a sucker for a good steelbook, so I had to have that. So real quick, very important tip, especially if you're like a parent or somebody who's out buying these things for your kid for Christmas or whatever. Even I got screwed up on this today. I had to go back to Best Buy and exchange it because I was excited and I had to run to the back and find something while they were checking me out, and I had just told them I wanted the new Call of Duty, and it looks almost identical. There is an Xbox One version and there's an Xbox Series X version. Now, obviously, you can play this back on the Xbox One. This is the Series X version, as you can see. It actually has this part on here. But the other one also plays, it has this same logo. It says Xbox One up here. It does not have that sticker. It does not have that in the corner. Otherwise, it looks identical on the front. And it will actually say Xbox One and Xbox Series X. And the thing is, it will play on the Series X, but it's not quite the full quality version. See, this one is actually optimized for the Series X, and it's like $10 more. But I mean, if you're paying $500 for a console, you want to get the version that's going to look and play its best. So, like I said, even I didn't notice until like 20 minutes later when on the way home, I was like, wait a minute, this is not the version I wanted. This is not my house. You're not my wife. But yeah, so just keep that in mind, especially if you're not used to buying these things. So I think the trick is going to be the Xbox, the Super Series X, Series X ones are not going to say Xbox One on the case. But otherwise, sometimes they're going to look very identical. So just be aware of that. But that's those games. Now let's take a look at these beautiful extra controllers. Now, fun story about this. When I told you I got the bundle, it actually came with a second black controller. And I was like, I don't really want 2 black controllers. I already had the blue. I didn't necessarily want a third controller yet. I guess just show you around the box as well. But GameStop were super cool about it. And because this was like, it wasn't boxed as a bundle, it was kind of just a bundle they put together. And I had my receipt and everything. I went in and asked, hey, would I be able to change this out and just get a white one instead? And they were super nice. Now, they know me, so I don't know if I got special treatment or not. I don't feel like I did. I hope I didn't. It's nice to be known in places, but I don't necessarily want special treatment. But yeah, so it was a real simple exchange, and that way I was able to actually get a controller of each color available. Because, coming from like Nintendo Switch and all those Joy-Cons I collect, there you go, that's the only pull tab. I love having different types of controllers. And when the Xbox Design Lab comes back up, I'm finally gonna break over and design some this year. I love this flip over style. They've been doing this for a while now, but I just think that's really nice. And ooh, that white is actually really sexy. It feels a little lighter, a little plasticier. No, I guess they're about the same, but still, you know what? I was thinking the blue is gonna be my baby, but I kind of really like the white one here. And again, it does include batteries, and we'll have some information underneath there, but let me just kind of give you a nice look at this, because that is kind of like the PlayStation. It looks better in person than it does in the box. And I think you can see that texture a little bit here, if I can catch it in the light right. Maybe not, but that kind of almost meshy texture there. All right, so we pull that up. And we have some information here. So we'll try to go through in case you want to see it all. Just quickly showing you how to connect these things. One of these is going to become my mobile controller. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's my plan. So you can pause that if you need to. And it does show you how to connect it to a phone. Excellent. All right, so there's that. Shoot. Huh. Well, don't worry about using that code, because I'm going to put it in before this video comes out. But I just got another Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I guess it's like it's 14 days free, so an extra 2 weeks. Hey, that puts off my bill an extra 2 weeks. Although the code GameStop sent me, I put it in. It seemed to be a fine code, but I got an error screen. Like, something went wrong on our end. Try waiting and try again. And then when I tried again, it's like, code already used. I'm like, what? And I haven't seen that I got 3 months. It looks like, but I could be confused. I didn't have a lot of time to look into it. So just be a little wary of that. And if you get like an error code, maybe take a cell phone picture or something, just so you have something you can show if you do need to contact Microsoft and deal with things. All right, so that was the English part. We can move on. And since I am gonna type this in, here you go. I'll just show you what the card actually looks like. And if I had more people on Patreon and I wasn't as broke from buying 2 consoles in the same week and all these games, I'd probably just give that away, but sorry, I need it. Not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna leave that out for myself there. We'll put that aside. And now let's check out the beautiful Shock Blue, which I'm not gonna get into sports talk, because we don't talk politics, religion, or sports on this channel, because those are just incredibly divisive topics. But I will say, I live in Lexington, Kentucky. My favorite sport is college basketball, and I bleed blue, UK Wildcats. Now, here's what I love about this. It very much reminds me of the UK Wildcat colors, so I'm really excited to have this particular controller. And it wasn't as hard to get as I thought it was gonna be, although they do seem to be more scarce now after a few days of the stuff being out and about, so just keep that in mind. But you could probably still get one of these by Christmas. It's only really the consoles that are difficult to get, because, you know, the parts were difficult for them to get. All right. Oh, that is beautiful. That is absolutely the colors oh my God, this might as well have been a UK Wildcats controller. This is my baby. This is what I will be playing this on until the day comes that I probably go to an Elite controller. But if I go to an Elite controller, I don't get to have cool colors. Not that that really matters, but this feels good. It looks good. It is good. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. Again, we got batteries. We got instruction manuals. We got another 2 weeks of Game Pass. Leave those batteries out for me. Pretty much the same old, same old. Of course, at the end, or here, we'll even just do this right now, because that'll make the video a little more interesting. You get a look at that when I'm not doing things. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, next up, mobile gaming clip. Now, regular $15. But it is now, Best Buy had these on sale for $11.99. So I don't know that it's the best one, but I mean, for 12 bucks, it's a great starter. So essentially, if you don't know, with Game Pass, you can play pretty much all your Xbox stuff on a phone or on a tablet or whatever, like streaming over your Wi-Fi and even on 5G. Like, it's not gonna be as good on your 5G or whatever, but I think that's really interesting. So this kind of brings this a little bit more into the realm of the Nintendo Switch, you know, with that portability factor. And I'm really excited to try this out and maybe play a little Valhalla while I'm pooping in the morning. I'm gonna be real with you. I poop. I'm a human being. I'm not an animal. I'll kind of linger on that a little bit longer in case you actually want to read it. So yeah, and there is one that be careful too. There's also like a $70 version that comes with a PowerA controller. Nothing wrong with PowerA controllers, but we are at the beginning. I want to use real hardware, not the second tier hardware. All right, so this should be kind of interesting. We'll try connecting it to a phone here. I mean, I'm not gonna turn it on and get into all the Game Pass yet. We might show that in this video. I probably don't really have time to do that. We do have some instructions or a booklet of some sort in here. Yeah, user manual. So we want to skim through that real quick. And again, I'll try to hold so you can pause. Lots of options for how you can kind of angle it. So I think that's pretty nice. And we're into other languages of instructions. So that's what I figured. I didn't think this one would be too difficult to deal with. Pull that out. It feels pretty good. I mean, it's plastic, but you know, it feels pretty good. Now let's see. So this one is definitely turning. Ah, that was just loose. So you just tighten those in to tighten everything down. Cool. And this is just like a phone clip. So, you know, spring loaded, so watch your fingers. And I guess this just clips around a controller. We're certainly gonna see what that looks like. So I guess I go in like that and then just snap it. Wait, let's line it up. You know, you want the Xbox button kind of centered there. Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe I should have read the instructions. It doesn't feel, all right, I tell you what, let's read the instructions again real quick. All right, so we slide the wireless controller into the clip by tipping top edge in first. So, and then push controller bottom until it clicks and locks in place. So I was on the right path. I just don't want to ruin my brand new thing, you know? The controller more so than the actual gaming clip. I mean, that feels fairly in. Yeah, there you go. There's a little bit of a gap down there, but it's nothing too crazy. Let me grab my other phone here. And picture of my lady. And good, I can even keep my case on. So, and then of course you're just gonna tighten down when you kind of get it where you want it. You're gonna tighten down the joints here. And then boom, oh my God, that's gonna be fun. Now this version's a little heavy. They do almost make Joy-Con-like controllers. They're not Joy-Cons, but like this thing, oh! So don't do that, kids. Thank God it's carpeted in here, and it also landed on the styrofoam, so. All right, so that is a lesson learned about the PowerA thing. But before I put that back together, but the Joy-Con thing, like it's like another PowerA thing. It's like a brick and it slides out and your phone goes in the middle and you have like half the control over here, half the control over here. It's about $100. I wanted to get one, but again, this stuff's expensive, y'all. Please join my Patreon. Anyways, I'm not afraid. I'm not ashamed to beg. So again, though, for a $12 device, that's going to do you real well. Just make sure you don't hold your phone. Make sure you hold the controller. All right, so that leaves the headphones. We're almost through this. This is a long unboxing, but there's a lot to look at. I'm doing like the full kit here pretty much. These were a $150 part of the bundle. Honestly, didn't really care to have these, but you know, had to do what I had to do. And I thought, well, fine. And I thought maybe I'll sell them, maybe I'll exchange them. But then I thought, if I am going to do some Game Pass stuff on my phone, maybe I need headphones for it. And this looks like it will connect. So we'll find out. We'll see how that goes. I'm certainly gonna tell people all about that, and we'll try that in my Patreon vlog because I have more time to do that. And you know, these are supposed to be a pretty good headset. So I'm actually anxious to try it out, but usually in my headset, because of the way I do my streaming and gaming, I'm using my recording studio headphones because everything already runs through my my audio interfaces. So that just comes up like that. You got that one piece of tape, nice little pull tab there, nice fancy kind of clothy material, not plasticky and cheap. You got a little lip you can grab and slide out here. Nothing else in the box, in the backs. And sorry, controllers, I am gonna have to move you out of the way. Okay, so we get this, which I assume is some kind of instructions, but it seems to be fold-out instructions. And then we get some nice little nice little stickers. So that's kind of cool. That's probably $50 of the package. Just messing with you. All right, I can't do this in one, but I'll try to pause, or I'll try to hold it still so you can get a good pause screen on there if you want to read all these instructions. And there you go. Bring that in because that's what you really care about. Yeah. All right, so there's all that. I'll toss that to the side. Let's see, so we got that. We'll look at that last, of course. We got some stuff down here. I assume just some like charge. Oh, here's the microphone. It has the microphone, nice plug-in microphone. Hopefully I have a way to hear myself in my headset. I don't like when I have headsets where I can't hear myself. And this should be a charging cable, one would assume. Or, yeah, oh, it just has a, so it's a USB, okay. Oh, I love that that's green. That's really cool. Kind of fitting the whole motif here. And USB-C. Nice kind of corded material too. Looks like it's nice and long. Nice rubber cable tie too. I really appreciate that. That's a quality cable tie. At least for the price here, we are getting quality ingredients. Ingredients? Parts. All right, so that just kind of sticky tapes down, or gluey sticks. And that's all that's in there. Silica packet, out of the way. And you gotta update the headset firmware. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. And here is the headset. You got that Razer logo, that bright green. These things will light up and stuff. Lots of buttons on here too. There's the Bluetooth button. That seems to be game and chat volume. Not sure what that one is. It might be a settings button. We have a mic mute switch. That's nice. Looks like we have our overall volume switch there. Got a power button, USB-C input for charging and syncing, and the microphone plug. Let's see if there's any charge on this at all. Oh, yeah. So you can see that that's lighting up. You can hear it. It feels light, and it feels very quality. Some actual metal there. I'm not sure which side is right, which side is left. I'm going to assume, because that's where my microphone comes out, that it goes like this. I'm just slide them on real quick. Just want to get a sense of, oh wow, they really cut out a lot of room noise. I don't know that they're noise canceling. I didn't see anything about that. They feel very comfortable. They don't really feel like they're on my head, and I'm wearing glasses too, and that can often be a problem. So that's pretty cool. Just a quick test while we're here then. Let's plug that microphone in, and let's see if I can hear myself or anything. Turning up just pushing a bunch of things. All the way up on the volume. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it has microphone monitoring in headset. That's kind of unfortunate. Because I have these 350 VR headset that does do that I really appreciate. But anyways, those are really, really nice looking, and I quite appreciate them. So I guess we will try them. Like I said, if nothing else, I'll try to use these as my mobile gaming headsets, you know? All right, well, there you have it, everybody. Hopefully this has been informative. Hopefully this has been fun. Again, I will be playing some stuff on my Patreon. I might play some stuff on the main channel. I don't know. I just need to get the unboxing done tonight. But let me know, were you able to get one? Did you get the X or did you get the S? What are your horror stories of confusion with the naming scheme? Because that's the one thing I think we can all agree on. No matter how great this is, the naming conventions are really terrible. Gonna be very confusing for people that aren't paying close attention, and even people that know what they're doing can still get kind of lost in the shuffle sometimes. But let me know, geek out with me in the comments. What are you playing first? All that kind of stuff. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Other than that, and click that thumbs up button. Give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And of course, check out my Patreon. Look up TheEricButts, or use the link I have in the description below. That's it. I'm gonna get out of here because I got a lot of gaming to do. It's a good time to be a gamer. It's almost too good a time to be a gamer. All right, I'll see you all later.